I'm Chuck Hawke, and this is Self-Defense in Action. Defend yourself.
American flag has lots of enemies. Yes, and they're terrorist ass back to Azerbaijan. 'Cause that Chuck Hawke is 100% man.
Golly, Martin, you know, being a catheter wholesaler sure has lost its pizzazz.
I know what you mean. It seems like being in our pay bracket should afford us some better accommodations than this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, look at this convention center. It is a disgrace.
Well, at least the bar is open.
Hey, buddy, I hear ya. Bartender, I'll have another 2 beers.
Wait, don't you think you've had enough?
I'll show you enough. Bartender, I'll have another 4 beers.
Hang on, Rhett. It seems to me that you have drank many alcoholic beverages, and you seem upset. I need your expertise tomorrow at the big business meeting.
I'll show you upset.
Well, Rhett, what concerns me right now is that the amount of alcohol you seem to have consumed here quite possibly could be more than your body can handle.
As we know, Father's Day is coming up, and I'd like to take this time to congratulate all the fathers out there that make us into the men that we are. In fact, I'm going to call my father right now and say Happy Father's Day. Call Dad. Call Dad. Hey, Pops, it's Chuck. Happy Father's Day. No, it's Chuck. Chuck Hawke. Today it's my pleasure to welcome back to the Chuck Hawke team my very good friend, Sergeant Mark Carlson.
It's great to be back, Chuck.
Good to have you, Mark. Today on Self-Defense in Action, we're going to take a look at some real-life self-defense scenarios. But first, we got to talk about something that's really important to close quarters combat, or CQB, and that's footwork, on the segment I like to call Chuck Hawke Down.
Well, I guess you'd say Chuck Hawke is a modest guy. Well, son, that's true. He takes care of ladies and the elderly just fine, protecting me and you. Terrorists, look out for starting strap this, because he's on his way. Johners.
Remember earlier in this episode, at what I like to call Don't Drink and Fight? Martin and Brett had a conflict. You know what the source of that conflict was? The abuse of alcohol, or alcohol abuse. Let's take a look at what they could have done better.
I need your expertise tomorrow at the big business meeting.
I'll show you upset.
Well, Rhett, what concerns me right now is that the amount of alcohol you seem to have consumed here quite possibly could be more than your body can handle.
I'll tell you what could quite possibly be more than my body can handle. It's these Q3 sales figures. Did you know that units sold has dropped off by nearly 50,000? That amounts to a net loss of 93,000 British pounds, which is nearly 182,000 US dollars, or 100 billion yen. And you know what's worse than that financial hole in our black pocket? It's the fact that the price per diluted share of our company's stock has dropped off by nearly $3.62 since the fiscal quarter ending in December 2009.
Look, Rhett, don't you think I go through the same thing as you? But I keep my personal and professional life separate.
Oh wow, aren't you so perfect?
You just need to calm down, Rhett.
Fine, but it makes me angry. So angry, I could decimate the next face I see. Just like our pension funds have been decimated by this terrible financial crisis.
Relax, Rhett, before you do anything rash.
I'll show you anything rash.
Freeze! Everybody likes to have a beer now and then, but part of being an ethical warrior is restraint. Know your limits and don't go beyond them. Let's see what Martin can do in this situation. Okay, Mark, let's say you're gonna punch me. Grab my lapel. With the other hand. No, don't twist it. Just hold it like up here, not too tight. Okay, yeah, like that. But like, okay, now cock back your arm like you're gonna hit me. You punch like that. You punch like this. Put your arm up like that. Okay, you're about to hit me. Okay, let's do this 25%, 15. Let's do it at 5% speed. Okay. Okay. Now ready? Punch. Okay, I'm gonna step out of the way a little faster. A little faster. Okay, now I block the arm so it's no longer a threat. See, he's off balance. I take my hand, choking position, down he goes. Okay, Mark, thanks. Here's something else Martin can do. Let's say the assailant grabs his wrists. Okay, grab my wrist. Now hold tight. Tight, don't let go, okay? But don't hurt me, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. Watch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great, thanks, Mark. Let's take a look at scenario number 2, something I like to call chucklisting. Chucklisting is a lot like blacklisting. Everybody knows what blacklisting is. That's when you make it easier for yourself to spot an assailant by picking up on the subtle clues. Our buddy Stan is in the bar having a beer, when suddenly he's approached by a strange foreign man.
I will have a non-alcoholic goat's milk, please.
Goat's milk?
Hi there.
Hello.
He has dark skin and an accent. Not from around here, so be careful.
So, today was very busy in the metro station, was it not?
He trusts the public transit system, must not value his own life.
Say,
Yes?
could you make sure my shamog is tied tightly? A thousand thank yous to you.
Now let's look at his apparel. He wears a camouflage jacket and a shamag, signifying that he has completed the Hajj.
Would you care for some long-cut smokeless tobacco?
No thank you, I would prefer a hookah.
Hookah? Copenhagen is the only tobacco that goes in this body.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to know where I could find a mobile phone? Possibly one that I could make long distance phone calls with? You know, if I ever wanted to settle my affairs.
Sounds suspicious to me.
You wouldn't happen to work in a federal building, would you? Or maybe a skyscraper over 60 stories high? You know, one that you maybe have access to blueprints or structural diagrams?
Boom! He's just been chucklisted.
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen to know where I can find a large quantity of big disposable razors? You know, enough that I could shave the entirety of my body in one sitting.
Foreigners have a lot of body hair.
You know, in my country.
Yeah, let's talk about your country. Let's say two people wanted to greet each other. How exactly would they do that?
Shalom Aleikum.
I knew it, you're from Azerbaijan!
That's right. I am from Azerbaijan. And I've come into your country to steal your blonde women, and your freedom, and your cigarettes.
Now Stan takes the offensive. Normally I teach self-defense, but when you're dealing with a terrorist, you gotta go on self-offense. Okay, he's not expecting me to attack. Let's talk about some diversion techniques. Wow, another great episode. I know we all had a lot of fun, and I think we learned something. You know, I talk a lot about defending yourself, but sometimes you gotta defend your country too. The best way to do that is to vote. Don't vote for just anybody. Of course, I can't officially endorse any political party, but their color's red.
Cream corn and some fireflies, moonshine on a moonless night, the kind of things that Chuck Hawke likes when he's in the South. Back fat on his collard greens, grass stains on his brand new jeans, intolerance and misogyny don't come out his mouth.